Hey guys, Dirk here. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to try to keep this a quick video to show off a very cool novelty watch. Being an avid knife collector, one of my good friends, Joe, sent me a link to this watch and said, you need to check this out. Clicked on the link, took a quick look, and sure enough, I had to check this out. This is the Sharp Brothers 7 Sins watch. You can see that it has the switchblade for the hands. The hour hand is the handle, the minute hand is the blade, and it has a red seconds hand, which actually lines up like a drop of blood on the tip of the minute hand. See if I can back this up real quick to show you that. It is an NH35 movement from Seiko, so it does have hacking and hand winding. I think it is a cool novelty piece. It's not perfect. We'll talk about some of the pitfalls here in just a second. But we'll jump into the specs. It is a 42 millimeter case, 50 millimeter lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug width, 14.5 millimeters thick to the top of this sapphire crystal. The website calls it a double domed sapphire. I don't see any dome, but okay. It's sapphire crystal, which is great, especially at this price point. 120 click bezel. Incredibly satisfying bezel action. Feels great, almost zero back play, and it lines up when I don't go one click too many. So it's a very satisfying bezel, which is always fun, and it's 300 meter water resist with this screw down crown. All PVD coated stainless steel, polished on the sides and the 7 millimeter crown, brushed on the top, solid end link bracelet, tapering down to about 20 with a stamped clasp. Here's where I have the problem, is with this clasp. The fold over is really tight to undo. You almost feel like you're gonna snap a fingernail sometimes. Other times it's kind of easy, and it is a friction clasp, not a double pusher. And sometimes getting the fold over to line up is a little tough. It just sometimes doesn't line up properly. There are, 4 micro adjusts, so you can make it fit. It is a pin style bracelet for sizing. The links sometimes get bound up. So it can, again, the bracelet is the weak point. These ones are bound up a little bit. Easily unbind, but there was better options. They could have gone with a little bit better clasp. It did come on this NATO strap, or with this nice NATO strap. I'm not really a NATO guy. I've worn a few. I think this one was actually attached when it came. So put the NATO strap on, you're good to go. It also did come with this watch pod, which is always cool. You can throw any one of your watches in here, throw it in your suitcase, throw it in your backpack, go on a trip, no problem. And it came with the flask. My opinion is forget the flask and spend that money on a better clasp. Whatever. The packaging, I would show the box, but it's destroyed because they put it in a USPS envelope. So it all got smashed as it was going through the postal service. Luckily, the watch was inside of this watch pod, so it was fine. But the rest of the packaging was destroyed. I did reach out to them and ask them to send me a new box. I just because I like to have boxes for all my watches and knives in the collection. And they said they would, and I have not heard anything back. But hey, that's okay. The bezel is a ceramic lumed bezel. It does wear very well once you get it on the wrist and you line up that fold over clasp. Here it is on my 7 1/4. It's got some weight to it. I forgot to weigh it, but I love it. I think it feels great on the wrist. It's a super awesome novelty piece. It gets a conversation started for sure. Outside of the clasp, I think it's an A+. It's just a fun watch. It is a ceramic lumed bezel, so it has dual lume. It's pretty cool. It does need a bit of a charge, so I will charge it a little bit here off camera, because even with the studio lights, it just doesn't quite get the charge that it should. So if I charge it up here with the light for a quick second and then try to give you a lume shot, I think you'll see it's red and blue. Let's see if the camera will pick it up or not. Yeah, you know, it does an okay job. I could have charged it a little longer. But all in all, it's a fun novelty piece, for sure. It's solid outside the bracelet. The rest of it is absolutely solid, and I would recommend. If you're into knives, if you're into some novelty pieces, I think you would enjoy those. I will put a link to their website down in the comments below, so you can check them out if you are so inclined. If you found this interesting and you want to find out a little bit more about other watches, I have a bunch more watches to show, and I have a ton of knives to show and help you guys make your next knife purchase and knife buying decision. So if you like all that, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about novelty watches. Cool? Gimmicky? Not worth the time or effort or money? Let me know. Let's talk about it. You guys enjoy your day, and we will see you on the next video.